Mukkabaaz packs a punch. Anurag Kashyap is back on home turf in his element in the Hindi heartland of UP. The blows of hardy boxers begin with grit as young Shravan Kumar stands up to Guru Bhagwan Das Mishra and lands one on his nose. We're here to train as boxers, not to cut onions and tomatoes and do your household chores, he protests. Shravan is beaten to a pulp and blacklisted by Bhagwan Das, who has the clout to ensure that this impetuous Mike Tyson in the making never gets a bout. Red-eyed like a Ramsay monster, Bhagwan Das is the quintessential rustic villain, a law unto himself who moves around with henchmen and subjugates everybody, including Gopal Das, his older brother. And he's out to make life hell for Shravan. Worse, Bhagwan Das's mute niece Sunaina has fallen in love with the boxer who dared to confront her wicked uncle. The only time her meek father speaks up and goes against his younger brother is when he gives his blessings to Shravan and Sunaina. Bhagwan Das's revenge on his own brother's family and Shravan in particular peaks. It's Bhagwan Das's ruthlessness versus Shravan's hot-headedness all the way. Inspired by true-life events in UP, Anurag and his writers give it the rawness associated with the filmmaker. Hard, brassy dialogues where words like Mutna and Hagna are as generously used as the sign language. There's humor too in that earthiness and tenderness as the romance brews. But Shravan has to brawl more than box on most occasions. Marriage is the beginning of fights on more fronts for Shravan as he has bouts with corruption, casteism, favoritism and the famous culture of having to face humiliation from those in power. The railway job he lands through the sports quota is unreasonably demeaning his training for the nationals in danger of being compromised. Bhagwan Das is unrelenting in damaging him and Sunaina has her demands. Somewhere in this, Sunaina comes off as unfeeling, unwilling to live in peace with anybody. But even in its unchecked rawness, it is well crafted. Anurag uses music interestingly. An effervescent Hata Pai number jauntily follows Shravan as he is chased by Bhagwan Das and his henchmen with flying fists and blows raining hard. All this while Sunaina watches silently from the terrace and falls in love with him. Many battles later, when Shravan is picked up by retired boxer Sanjay Kumar, willing to stand his ground before the dreaded Bhagwan Das, Anurag gets an unknown young boy to do a frenetic breakdance almost in rhythm to the practice routine. At another time, boxing bouts in the ring go on while a wedding band belts out its music. A semi-classical score is used when Shravan goes in search of his missing wife. But Anurag also overdoes it. In fact, he overcooks it. At 155 minutes, the frequent songs and the attempt to punch out at every unfair practice in the world stretches the screenplay that doesn't know when to cry halt. The rural rawness is also not everybody's palate, so I'd say this is a well-made film for places where caste reigns supreme and the well-connected can commit any atrocity with impunity. Mukesh Chhabra's casting is in sync with Anurag's requirements. Vineet Kumar puts in a physically grueling performance as Shravan, his body stretched beyond endurance. Zoya Hussain as silent but strong Sunaina is refreshingly pleasing. Ravi Kishan as the boxer who takes Shravan under his wing is adequate, while Jimmy Shergill as powerful antagonist Bhagwan Das manages menace with his presence alone. Nawazuddin Siddiqui peps it up in yet another song number. For a well-made but overlong film that'll excite single screens and the interiors more than the elite, Mukkabaaz gets a 3-star rating.